All right, y'all. We're gonna see how this goes. I'm filming on my iPhone 12 Pro X that I just got. So I think that's what it is. iPhone 12 Pro, whatever. Well, I'm getting a phone call. All right, y'all. So I went with this phone because it's supposed to have stabilization. We're gonna see how good the stabilization is on this trip. But folks, today's the day I'm turning in on my stuff. I don't know if you can see in the back, I've got a whole truckload of guns, equipment, everything else. So I am now headed to the Edmond Police Department gun range. I'm gonna go turn in this stuff, turn in my guns. I got a rifle and a shotgun and a 4-wheel drive, and a country boy can't survive, but we're gonna turn the rifle and the shotgun in. And hey, they got the academy going on out there. I wonder if they'll let me speak to the young ones and give them some words of advice. All right, y'all, we'll catch you here in just a bit. Okay, y'all, so I just turned in all my stuff. This is the Edmond Police Department's training center right here, actually. I'm not filming inside. They've got an academy class going on, and I just don't want to do that. So this is something that Edmond Police Department has done almost every academy. I think it's been every academy since they've started having academies. Okay, so each cross represents an officer who has been killed in the line of duty since like May 1st or something like that, when this academy started. And so what happens is when an officer is killed in the line of duty, and these are all line of duty, this ain't COVID or something like that. But when an officer is killed in the line of duty, the cadets are required to eulogize them, I think, in some way, or at least try to type up some remembrance. I can't remember what all they do, but it's an honor for what they do to these guys who sacrificed it all. And it also is a reminder for them, for the cadets to, you know, watch your six, watch yourself. And see, each cross has got end of watch, 510 of 21, detective. Then we got, this one's Jimmy N over here. I kind of remember that story. But that's how they do it. And they talk about it. We got the flagpole here. And right past those cars is the gun range. So anyway, folks, I just kind of wanted to show you all that. It's a good way for these guys to remind themselves, watch yourself out there. So I just now got done turning in the last of my stuff. I am now officially retired. I'm completely done. I've darkened my last door at the PD. And folks, it took me a little longer than what I thought. Actually, I got to say bye to a lot more people than I thought. Matter of fact, I caught the chief and a lot of the high up admin having a meeting when I was up there turning in my radios and all that kind of stuff. So I got to say bye to them. And some of you got to understand is 20 years ago, some of those guys were just an officer like me, and they've worked their way up the rank and all that kind of stuff. And we got a lot of good stories and fond memories. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna head home and finish getting the camper ready to pull down tomorrow. So thank you folks for tuning in for another video. It's been kind of another little bit of an emotional day, I gotta say. It's been a good day. Oh, and another thing, folks, they wouldn't let me talk to the rookies. They wouldn't let me talk to the young ones and give them my my advice on things. I don't get it. They don't even know what I was gonna say. It might have been something absolutely, epic that would have just been perfect for them. You just never know, folks. Okay, y'all, so I'm sitting here in my camper in the Twin Fountains RV Resort. I've turned in my stuff today. Actually had Rich and Michelle come over. Some good friends of ours. These two, Rich and Michelle, they are professional world travelers, and that's no lie right there. Rich retired from the Edmond Police Department years ago, and it's kind of a weird deal because when I hired on Edmond, Rich was one of the guys. Me and him used to take me to lunch every day. Me and him had the same lunch hour, and so I'd go eat lunch at Mazio's buffet with Rich, and he would tell me, he'd kind of keep me lined out on all the things to do and what not to do and all that kind of stuff. And so he's always been a good guy. He was on the negotiator team. Just one of them good squared away fellows. And Rich, when he retired, him and his wife Michelle went full-time RVer. Well, on top of being full-time RVers, they are world travelers. And I mean that legitimately. These two have been everywhere. So any advice I can get from those two is very much appreciated. So guys, here's the deal. I woke up this morning and we had a little bit of a change in our travel plans with Philippine Air. So they bumped our flight back. In other words, instead of leaving around 10:30ish or something like that, we're now leaving almost midnight on Sunday night from LAX to Manila. Well, this is really going to screw us up on our connecting flight in Manila. And I'm only telling you guys this because I'm trying to keep y'all advised on our travel plans and all that good stuff, right? And so, in order for us to catch our connecting flight in Manila, and I'm hunting down on Facebook and my other interwebs and everything else that I can possibly think of, is where I'm going to have to go through the whole immigration deal. Is it going to be in Manila or Cebu City? If it's going to be in Manila, there's no way I'm making that connecting flight. I only have a 45-minute time frame from the time our flight lands to our next flight takes off from Manila to Cebu. Well, there's no way you're going to disembark an international flight, get over to a whole different terminal, and then get on the plane for a domestic flight from Manila to Cebu. It's not going to happen in a 45-minute period. So if Philippine Airlines does not change the time of our connecting flight to reflect the change that has happened in our international flight, it's going to be a crapshoot of what's going to happen. So what Christine is in the camper doing right now is she is booking us a hotel for quarantine purposes in Manila also. So it doesn't matter where we land in the Philippines, we are going to be prepared for quarantine. We'll either quarantine in Manila or we're going to quarantine in Cebu City. That we'll have to let you guys know come July the 25th when we're traveling. And I'm sitting in LAX International Airport and we find out for sure how it's going to go. Because at this point, we really don't know, folks. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. So I'm going to have my bases covered. It's just one of those deals. I'm going to worry. I ain't going to lie about it. I am worried sick about this whole deal. But really, like Rich said, my buddy Rich, you just can't worry. You just got to be prepared. So be prepared as best you can and just roll with the flow. And of course, I've been retired a whole, I don't know, at this point, 3 hours, technically. And so for me to relax about things is near impossible. Now, give me about a year from now, and I'll be able to relax. I can promise you guys. When I hit my dadgum beach in Lanuza, Philippines, in Sibahay, on Puta Left, and it's my beach, my slice of heaven, and I'm sitting on that beach with a cup of whiskey in my hand, then yeah, I'll relax. I'm going to relax all day long, y'all. Y'all going to see a whole different Tim. That's just the way it's going to be. All right, folks. So today, just to recap, turned in my stuff, went to facilities of the Edmond Police Department that I will never, ever be able to return again for security purposes, of course. I'm not going to cry over that one, but it is kind of a somber, surreal moment that I won't be able to go to these places no more, and that's just the way it's going to be. Said my goodbyes to a lot of good men and a lot of good women, my brothers and sisters in the law enforcement field at Edmond Police Department. Folks, just like I said in my last day video, you cannot go a 20-year career and work around the same brothers and sisters, and that's what we are. We're brothers and sisters for 20 years and not have some typical sibling rivalry or whatever you want to say it, some button of heads or whatever you want to call it. We're a family. We're going to fight like a family, but we're also going to fight for our family, and that's what we always have. And so all you guys worried that I'm going to sit here and go ballistic on Facebook about Edmond Police Department or whatever the case, you can rest assured that's not going to happen. I love each and every one of you and always will. You will always have a special, very special place in my heart. Always. All you guys. And also Edmond Fire Department. You guys are my brothers and sisters just right along with the police department. And so I'm looking at it as a 20-year span of life, a 20-year journey where, yeah, I may have fought with my brothers and sisters at one point in time down the road, but you know what? I gave a bunch of them hugs today, and it was hard not to shed some tears today. It really was. Very good people, some of the best people I've ever worked with in my life worked there. And so thank you, Edmond Police Department. Thank you, the city of Edmond, for giving me the opportunity to come work for you, to serve. And I really hope, because I know I failed in so many ways, but I really hope that, I lived up to the challenge. I lived up to the job. I really do. That's probably the biggest thing that weighs on my heart is did I add up? Very few places in my life have I ever added up. And it's caused me a lot of problems over the years. Through outside of work relationships to whatever. I'm finally at a place with Christine where I do add up. That girl loves me beyond anything I could ever think of. And I do add up to her. I'm good enough. And I always hoped that I was good enough with the Edmond Police Department. I know I wasn't perfect, but I hope I was good enough. So thank you, Edmond Police Department. Thank you, the citizens of the city of Edmond. Thank you for letting me serve you for these last 20 years. And folks, I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. Thank you guys for watching my channel if you are right now. And we'll catch you on the next one.